Today we just put on the web the 1967 Ford Mustang Gulfstream Aqua Fastback, factory S code 390. That has been treated to a full rotisserie restoration done here over the last few years, and pretty much just finished up, and is absolutely gorgeous. It's definitely the nicest Mustang we've ever had at our dealership, and possibly one of the nicest cars we've ever had in the last 10 years. Fantastic. It's riding on the 17-inch Eleanor rims. Tires are new. Gulfstream Aqua paint is absolutely gorgeous. We're just going to kind of go through it here, and I'll just show you the kind of detail that went into it. We do have some pictures of the restoration showing just all what was done to it. Motor compartment is absolutely show quality. It does have power disc brakes. It's got power steering. Chrome valve covers. I mean, everything under the hood here is absolutely show quality. It's got its tag and stuff for the radiator. All the correct stickers. It's got the correct stickers on the firewall, on the valve covers, on the head. I mean, this car is ready to, it drives great, drives fantastic, but it's definitely ready to go to your next classic car show. Bottom side of the hood is all painted and detailed to a very high finish. The car really speaks for itself, guys. I mean, you're going to see undercarriage pictures on our website, coyoteclassics.com, but the pictures on this car really don't do the car justice. You really have to see it in person to see just how nice the quality of the restoration is. Even though it was at a very, very high quality restoration, it's been drove just a little bit, so it does have a couple little chips and stuff that I'm going to point out, but this car will still win a trophy at pretty much any show you take it to, in my opinion. Hood fits nice and smooth from front to back on the top of that fender. It does have the deluxe hood. This is one of the paint imperfections I've seen just right on this little edge right here. I don't know if it buffed just a little much, but we have just a little light scuff right there on the edge of the hood. Other than that, the paint on the hood and fenders is beautiful. It does have, even has our washer squirters and everything in there. As we look around, the chrome around the windows is all brand new. Our door gap is really nice, lines up beautifully. The car does have the GT emblems and GT fog lights. According to the Marty report, this is a factory S code 390 car, but according to the Marty report, it did not come with the GT package. So the GT emblem, fog lights, and the gas cap and stuff, I think, are added. Again, you're going to see the Marty report on our website, coyoteclassics.com. You're also going to see a copy of the sales brochure listing out all the options that it had. Wheel well trim, rocker molding, all that is excellent. New antenna. I mean, everything on this car is, in my opinion, is brand new, so I won't go through everything with it. The headlight buckets are painted beautifully, done very nicely. The horse and corral, the grill, fog lamps, all that is brand new. Chrome is excellent. I know there's not many 68 Mustang S codes that are any nicer than this one. According to the Marty report, there's only 3 with the automatic done like this in the Gulfstream Aqua with the 390s. As we look across the roof, the paint is beautiful, bodywork is fantastic, and the bodywork on these gills here are perfect too. If you look in there, the paint is just gorgeous on that as well. You can see in here all the new little chrome and stuff in there is great. There's no overspray on anything. Dual exhaust is all new. 390 runs excellent. I put about 100 miles on this car already here in the last week, so I mean it runs and drives fantastic. We drove it home from where we bought it, and had no issues whatsoever. You look up and down both sides of the body, it's laser straight. All new rubbers, all new chrome around the reverse lights. Same thing, it's got the Ford Motor Company tail lights. I mean, nothing was skimped with this car. It was a super high quality restoration. As far as the chrome around this, the GT cap, all the chrome, Mustang emblems, everything is perfect. It's got the factory stickers and stuff back here as well. If you look inside the trunk, it's got a very rare rear window defogger, and all of that is complete. Spare, jack, trunk mat, everything is beautiful in the trunk as well. So I pointed out that one little spot on the hood, and then it's got a couple little chips in the stripe. It's got one little chip right, just tiny, I don't know if you can see it there, one little chip right there on that, below that stripe. Our body line on the doors lines up great. It's got the door edge guard. If we look here, there's a couple little, there's a little like a buff scuff right here in that top of that chrome. Whoever painted this car just did a fantastic job. Very high quality. Corners of the doors are perfect. And here's what I think is amazing as well. I mean, this interior is just super put together. The wood grain on it, all the chrome trim, handles, everything has been replaced on it, and they did a great job. Again, we have a little glare, and you got to see this car in person to appreciate it, but it's beautiful. You see how nice that door jamb paint is, the strikers, scuff plates, everything's beautiful. The paint on the door jambs is just as nice as the paint on the car. I mean, it's fantastic. We got all brand new lights here, and they all work correctly. Again, the wood grain on the dash and the chrome and the console and the seatbelt holders, the overhead console, headliner visors. I'd give this interior, in my opinion, a 10 if I was judging it. It's just fantastic. It's got the correct seat covers on it with the double chrome in it. They did new, when they did it, all new seat foam. It's very comfortable. They took everything apart and did it right. Took all these pieces apart. Back seat is excellent. We got seat belts for 2 in the back. After I took the pictures, I just folded this down. It does have the rear fold down. And check out the quality of there's your rear window defogger in the back. Check out the quality and stuff on the inside. It's just super nice. Dome lights work in it. Headliner pieces are excellent. Overhead consoles like new. That's fantastic as well. New visors, rear view mirror. Seat belts for 2 in the front. Now we just got the car in. Came in on the last Saturday afternoon, so we really haven't had time to check it in and get everything fixed yet. The only thing I noticed on it, and we'll get to in a minute, is the factory tachometer. Looks like it's new, but I don't know if it's just not hooked up or what. So I've got to check in on that. But so the factory tach will definitely be working. I just don't have it working at this time. Driver's side just as nice and straight as the passenger. Just going to get a little glimpse underneath of it here. Again, we haven't washed it underneath or anything. This is just how it came into us. If we look at our trunk gaps, we're going to go around those. Trunk gap looks really nice on this side here. Yeah, both sides are nice and even. And as we come across here, they both line up really nicely to the back quarter extensions. Back glass is excellent. That looks nice and clear. It's got all new rubber and a new chrome around that as well. These gills over here are fantastic too. I mean, the paint on them is even I don't even see any dust or dirt or anything in the paint on those, and I don't even know how you would wet sand to buff those out. So when they were painted, they were done beautifully as well. That's another thing. I mean, the paint job on this, I'm saying when it was done, it was a 10 out of 10. I mean, it's fantastic. It's just got a couple little things now. This little sticker here, maybe it wouldn't hurt to probably maybe put another one on there, just because it's got a little spot on that sticker that's scuffed up. Not on the paint, just on the sticker right here as well. It's got a couple of those. Other than that, absolutely no bubbles, blisters, anything like that on the car. Here's her body lines. For a big block 390, I mean, this thing just sounds great. I'm going to pop the hood again. I mean, it's just super quiet. Sits and idles very nicely. So just to recap any of the imperfections that I saw on it, we had that one little spot on the hood, tiny little chip in the door, and then a couple, not chips in the paint, but just a couple little spots like this here on that vinyl decal. But other than that, the paint in my opinion is a 10. As we open up the door jamb, same thing. I mean, super high quality. It's got the factory stickers in the door jamb, telling what plant it came from. Also talks about certifies accordance with the section 108 sticker. We have one more chip right here in the door, just one. Not in the door, I'm sorry, in the door jamb area. Other than that, the rest of the door jamb is perfect. This chrome here in these gills is the original. So it's got the deluxe interior and stuff, and all those lights work. But on the very top of this chrome, it does have some little scratches, kind of little nicks in it. But I guess that is probably the only thing I've seen so far in this car that's original and not replaced. Armrest, door panels are the super high quality. I mean, there's no peeling of any of that chrome. It's just super nice. Here's the codes. Everything matches up to the Marty report and VIN number. Everything's kosher there. Original Gulfstream Aqua, black interior, done back to his factory specs. Does have the headrest. I think, if I remember on the Marty report, that's how it came. Back console light works, back lights work, under the dash lights work. Like I said, this is one of the nicest interiors I've ever been in. Comes with a factory AM 8-track. That is working. Haven't tried the 8-track, but the AM radio works great. All new radio bezels. The wood grain and stuff on this console, overhead console, doors, everything is fantastic. Laid down just absolutely beautiful. Like I said, almost better than new. Factory tack. Odometer shows 19,106. Gauges look crystal clear. The clock is not working. The temp gauge works great, and it's sitting here running for quite a while, and it's barely off of, it's running very cool. Our fog lamps are right down here. That's that switch, and they work perfectly. The rear defrost still works. As we turn that, it works beautifully. There's high, low, and off. Wipers work and park. Heater fan works. It does, it's not doing it right now, but the other day I turned it on. It's been sitting for a little bit, and it did have just a little squeal, but it's not doing it now. There's your high, medium, there's low, and that's working, and there's off. So all of that works. It does have the remote mirror, and that's from the factory as well. As far as our horn goes, I thought that was working, but we got to check the horn. That's not working. So the horn and the tack, factory tack, are two of the things. The clock I'm probably not going to mess with, but the horn and factory tack will work. got to get those working here. Again, I mentioned it does have the deluxe hood, and the turn signals in the hood are both working. And it does have tilt wheel. I didn't mention that before, but pretty rare option. It does have the tilt wheel. But like I said earlier, the wood grain and stuff on the dash and the matte black paint on the console and the dash is beautiful. Transmission, we have a picture of the transmission all out, all painted up. I'm sure that's all been rebuilt as well. Like I said in my description, I don't think anything's been unturned on this car. I mean, it's just fantastic. It's got the power disc brakes, and the brakes are excellent. They stop nice and straight. Steering is nice and tight on it. As far as our steering wheel goes nice and straight down the road. I don't think it needs an alignment. Here's our brakes again. Stops perfect. If you look at our trunk pictures on how the chrome lever and everything that this opens that hatch door, and everything is just done in such high quality. You know, things that most people skip did not get skipped on this car. I'm gonna go ahead and go through the gears a little bit, first, second, third. Transmission shifts nice, guys. I mean, that's fantastic. 70 mile an hour just like that. Here's our speedo too. We're not bouncing around at all. It's super tight. You punch it going 70, it'll sit you right back in your seat again. One of the best things is you can tell the rear end's been all gone through. There's no noise that I can hear anywhere in the rear end. There's no howls or vibrations at 65 mile an hour. Like I said, again, this car was just, there's our kick down. Very well put together. I would fly in and not worry about driving this thing home. I mean, it runs and drives great. Again, I'm going to check on the horn and see what's going on there. I am going to fix that factory tack. I'm not sure if it's hooked up or what's going on there, but again, fantastic car.